Muhammad Umar Farooq Biological Video. Please make sure to subscribe, like and share. Ask the question for answer and comment about the artwork. You can also answer question to each other for solving the problem in the comment below. So let's begin to understand the global warming and their effect in the earth. So let's begin to understand first of all the solar system. So the solar system is made up of different planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and Neptune. This is the basically eight planets are present in the solar system, which contain a central uh, planet is the bigger is known as the sun, which that is provide the light in the form of radiation. So it is due to the chain reaction is like a nuclear fission reaction are present in the sun, which provide the light. So how this possible, next we will discuss, but here we will discuss about the earth atmosphere first. So here is I am drawing the earth, which contain a different layers. So the important layer is known as the stratosphere, which that is filtering as layer of the atmosphere are present. Basically here is the earth, which contain a biosphere is the upper layer, while inner layer we will in lithosphere and hydrosphere. We will not discuss about that, but her biosphere is the uppermost layer is the thin layer, which contain a whole atmosphere and upside. So that is when we'll move out from the earth, that means the atmosphere will be occur. So here is the light filtering. UV lights are some radiation which that is fall on the earth before the falling, that is the stratosphere and troposphere, which that is emit back the light, which that is harmful for us and for animal. So here the thin blanket of air are present is known as the atmosphere. So the dry places and wet places are present is the known as the earth. So the earth is a major example of the living planet, which that is provide the life. So the earth atmosphere more favorable for the human as well as animal and plant. So the current situation we will discuss about related to the global warming and greenhouse effect. So here is the temperature rise every passing year. Why? Because the disturbance is occurring. So first of all, here is the glaciers will be melting more due to the heat and ocean getting warmer and glaciers melting faster, and all this due to global warming. So what is global warming and what is that? So it increase the temperature due to the falling of the light to create a more heat. So that heat will be convert the glacier and decreasing the living organism as well as the plant. So when light fall on the ocean, that ocean will be ocean will be warm, and water vapor will be arise, and that's water vapor containing heat energy, which that is transmit into the atmosphere. So here is the earth, which that is contain a biosphere is the uppermost layer of the earth, which contain a biosphere, which that is living organism is possible in this layer. So why? Because it's contain plant and animal. So plant provide oxygen while animal provide carbon dioxide to the plant. So that cycle, carbon dioxide cycle will begin. So on the other hand, here is a light will be fall on the earth. Before the falling the light, the filtering mechanism due to the ozone layer are present in the atmosphere, which that is the stratosphere and troposphere. So the troposphere is complete and tropopause will be occur, and that stratosphere will begin. So important thing is that here is the blue light is known as UV light, as which transmit back in from the ozone layer, while the red light it is known as infrared radiation, while here is the different color which that contain a seven color is visible light which that fall on the earth, that is the visible, and its color is denoted by VIBGYOR, and this VIBGYOR mean the violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, which contain a visible light combined together. So that's fall in the earth is the beneficial for our vision. So important thing is that infrared is fall on the earth and transmit back into the atmosphere, while the most radiation will be remain in the earth atmosphere. So the some gas trap this heat radiation in the form of radiation. This heat radiation will remain in the earth and temperature will be rise. So this temperature rise can cause the greenhouse effect. So what is that? So the first of all, the ozone layer we will also discuss, but first greenhouse effect. These incoming and outgoing radiation get warm the earth. Warm the earth is referred to as greenhouse effect. I will again calling that greenhouse effect. These incoming and outgoing radiation get warm the earth is referred to as greenhouse effect. So that means the greenhouse effect is due to the warming of the earth due to the radiation, and this gas known as greenhouse gas. So this gas is known as the greenhouse gas which trap the heat energy from the radiation due to the carbon dioxide, methane gas, water vapor in the form of water gas, and chlorofluorocarbon which that is produced during the industrial activity, etc. So why it is called greenhouse effect? So let's begin to understand. First we will understand the example of the greenhouse. So we are making the greenhouse with a plastic sheet cover with inside is the plant and outside is the plastic sheet covering is the greenhouse effect. So the greenhouse will be produced by artificially. So here is the light will be fall on the greenhouse effect. So the glass building sheet are present surrounded to the plant. So the plant will produce carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. During the photosynthesis, carbon dioxide will be produced and other gases will be produced which that trap that energy, radiation energy, and this radiation energy will remain inside due to the carbon dioxide excess inside. So the inner side the warm, while the outside is the outer environment is the colder. So we use this strategy to grow the seeds and some plant which that is favorable for the warm temperature. For example, you can say that is the pineapple, or you can say the watermelon and melon. So that is the basic reason. So inside will be warmer. So let's begin to understand the atmosphere. So the atmosphere work like a glass building sheet, which that is the atmosphere, which that is a layer of atmosphere which occur the stratosphere, which play important role as a glass sheet. So this here is the atmosphere looking like a green, which that is we are understanding. So that means it is inside is the earth while the outer surrounding is the atmosphere. So the light will be fall on the earth, so that will be trapped due to the atmosphere layer. So that layer will be trap the heat and will not allow to move outside due to the trapping of the carbon dioxide, methane and water vapor which that is trap the heat. So that earth will be warmer more due to the trapping of the heat in the form of radiation. So in the earth without atmosphere can be cold as much as possible, minus 100 degrees Celsius. So it means the atmosphere is very important, and that layer is very important for the maintenance of the temperature. But atmosphere work to trap heat to remain warmer the earth for normal growth of plant and animal. But excess heat can cause burn. So we should remain constant heat and not allow to threshold to pass on. So that means the basically we are getting more warmer earth due to the atmosphere. Why this possible? Due to the increasing of the gases will be increasing, so the warming mechanism will be also enhanced. So here we will discuss about the current situation related to the greenhouse effect. So I am drawing here the earth. First of all, in the last 3 centuries the earth atmosphere is dramatically changes. Why? Because industrialization and vehicle as well as the petroleum consumption or some other fuel which that is cause the production of carbon monoxide as well as the carbon dioxide. So the carbon monoxide is the very dangerous gas which that is change the or uncomfort for the ozone layer. So what is ozone layer? We will discuss. First of all, we should understand again the infrared will come and trap inside into the atmosphere, while the visible light, basically visible light is fall on the earth is directly, which that is after the filtering due to the ozone layer, and UV light will be reflect. It means the UV light will be reflect from the stratosphere, but here I am drawing just for understanding. So inside the earth is more warmer due to the trapping of the heat. So that means the plant will be burned and animal life will be difficult to survive too much. But important thing is that we should remain constant the carbon dioxide and remain constant the oxygen as well as other gases. So let's begin to understand increase the temperature due to the current situation, due to the global warming, due to the increase of the gases. What type of the gases? That can be carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, or water vapors. So here I am drawing the layers of the atmosphere. Atmosphere layer is the first innermost is the troposphere. So troposphere to stratosphere and mesosphere to thermosphere. Thermosphere is the too much warm due to the trapping of the mostly radiation, while the exosphere is the used for the back transmission of the radiation. So this is collectively called a layer of the atmosphere is known as the atmospheric layers. So here is the earth, which that is uppermost layer is known as the biosphere, and the most upper layer in the air is known as the atmosphere, which contain a different layers. So the here is we will discuss about the stratosphere and troposphere. So the stratosphere, between the stratosphere and troposphere, that is the ozone layer. Ozone layer is formation of ozone layer and depletion of ozone layer is continuously reversible reaction to maintain their layers. So the depletion of ozone, first we will discuss about the formation of UV ozone layer. So here is the O3, which that is dissociation before the formation. So the free radical oxygen radical will be formed and oxygen. So again this oxygen ozone will be bind with the free radical of oxygen atom to combine to again oxygen production, 2 molecules of oxygen, and these 2 molecules of oxygen again attach with a free radical to again produce the ozone layer by the activation of UV light. But on the other hand, the chlorofluorocarbon which that disturb the depletion of ozone. Why? Because the chlorofluorocarbon contain chlorine, and chlorine separate by the UV light, and this UV light to separate to attach with the ozone molecule. So the ozone molecule attachment to become a chlorine oxide free radical and oxygen. So the chlorine oxide free radical will bind with the again oxygen to produce oxygen, while chlorine will remain left behind. So what that means? It means we are not getting the ozone formation. So that means the chlorofluorocarbon is a harmful, and other example of that. For example, the carbon monoxide, which trap the free radical and will not bind with the oxygen, so the carbon dioxide will be formed. So that is the important things. So let's begin to understand the trapping too much heat, and this effect is known as the global warming. So the consequences of global warming is the changing changing rain and snow pattern. Due to these consequences, that is the birds and animal migration due to the too much heat are present in the region where they are present, so they will change their location. So the changes in the animal migration, as well as the if rain consequences of global warming is the change rain and snow pattern. So that is the important things. So let's begin to understand about the factors which that affect the global warming. For example, the chlorofluorocarbon will produce from the factories and produce the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, which that is entrap the more heat to get more warmer atmosphere. So that means that increase the global warming. On the other hand, the decreasing burning of the plant, which increase the more 1000% increase the global warming and increase the industries. So what that means? It means the decreasing of the plant and increasing of the industries will cause the increasing of the carbon dioxide, which that is the global warming, global which that is greenhouse effect. So so how to prevent global warming? So that is the major concept and major problem. So the plantation and reducing waste generation, reducing the use of products which generate greenhouse gases, and using energy efficient appliances like a complete combustion, not incomplete combustion. Due to the incomplete combustion produce the carbon monoxide. So the increasing of the plantation and the increase the number of the plant which can cause the which that trap the carbon dioxide to decrease the global warming and produce the oxygen, which that is bind with the free radical to become a ozone layer formation in the stratosphere. So the increase the fuel efficiency of vehicles, more electric cars using mechanism is can be helpful. So that is important things which that is I am discussing about the global warming. In the current situation, we should adopt those activity which can cause the decrease of the global warming, and current situation will be clear. So that is why we says that global warming effect due to the increase of the carbon dioxide and trap the radiation into the earth. So thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. So bye.